The real fight I want to see happen and what everybody's clamoring for is Dmitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev. And how that fight can go about is it's a 50-50 fight. It's a close 50-50 fight. You know why? Because what we saw success from Yard in this fight when he fought against Artur Beterbiev is the same thing that we can see from Dmitry Bivol. Only problem is Dmitry Bivol is better than Anthony Yard. Yard had success with combinations. Yard had success with speed. Yard had success with physical attributes that were better than Artur Beterbiev. Not power-wise, but in terms of speed and athleticism. It was very apparent in this fight. It was. Quickness, all of it. Athletically, Yard was better than Artur Beterbiev. Again, Artur Beterbiev's never been a just overpowering athletic a guy in terms of all the intangibles of speed, innate quickness. Power, yes, we know he has that. But strength is only one part of the equations of being an athletic fighter. Artur Beterbiev has athleticism, but he's not a incredibly athletic fighter, if that makes sense. Dmitry Bivol, on the other hand, is. We see the speed. We see the quickness. We see the fluidity and the dexterity in his punches. We see the fleet of foot that he has when moving around the ring. We see the head movement. We see the instinctive ability to move his head back. We see as well the ability to have enough pop to keep you at bay. I'm not saying he's got enough pop to just knock everybody out, but he's got enough pop to be able to you have to respect his ability to throw a punch. Hence what we saw from Canelo Alvarez when he beat him. So Dmitry Bivol has all the athleticism when it comes to matching up against Dmitry Bivol. And he's got more fluid combination punching than Anthony Yard did. Or does, rather. Even though Anthony Yard had some success and was doing well when throwing combinations, Bivol has much better combinations. Like we saw against Canelo Alvarez when they fought at light heavyweight for the title. We saw it. We saw it. We saw how Canelo was getting hit with 4 or 5 punch combinations. We saw how Bivol was able to keep him on the ropes and land a flurry of shots while being safe and just being able to tee off. From hooks to uppercuts to 1-2 jab straights, all at a distance, all while staying safe, and all in a very fluid motion, in a fluid fashion, and he had the stamina to keep it up all fight. Everything that we saw Yard not have the ability to do for the entirety of the fight, Bivol was able to do. Easily. Easily. And again, this is not a disrespect to Yard. Again, Yard was able to do that up until rounds 4 and on because he tired himself out. Stamina is the issue. Bivol doesn't have that issue. He's not as powerful as Yard, but he does have the ability to keep up that level of successful game plan against Dmitry Bivol, against Artur Beterbiev the entirety of the fight. And that's one of Beterbiev's weaknesses. For as good and as simplistic of a destroyer that we know Artur Beterbiev is, the one flaw in his game that we can see from this fight that can be a legitimate problem when it comes to fighting against Dmitry Bivol is the fact that Yard was able Yard was finding a lot of success in trades when it came to throwing combination punching against Artur Beterbiev. Because of the speed. Not saying that Artur Beterbiev is not a good or great combination puncher. No. What I am saying is that speed is a legitimate factor when it comes to fighting on the inside. Not just timing, even though if you understand timing, you can beat just about anybody. But the reason why it's so hard to understand timing is because speed is the counteracting force to said timing. Because if you time it wrong, you yourself are going to get caught. Because the speed will either get to you before you're able to get the punch fully off, or let's say somebody changes up their timing. Well, boom, now let's say you're throwing a counter hook. Boom, uh-oh. You see this right here from my viewing audience? I'm not in a position to defend. My whole other side of my face is completely exposed. But all somebody's got to do is throw the corresponding punch. Boom, I'm caught, I'm dazed, I'm potentially out. But that's what speed can do. And that's the one thing that Beterbiev does not have in spades. Going up against quicker fighters like we saw against Anthony Yarde can pose a problem. There's a reason why he got cut against Anthony Yarde. There's a reason why he got bruised and scratched up against Anthony Yarde. It wasn't just because, it was because he was getting touched on a pretty consistent basis. Again, doing well defensively, outlanded Anthony Yarde and kept Anthony Yarde to a low percentage of punches landed as well. Again, he is defensively sound. Simplistic type of boxer is the type of fighter that Artur Beterbiev is, as I've said before. But even still, we saw the effects of what a faster fighter can do to Artur Beterbiev. Dmitry Bivol can keep up that level of speed that can give Beterbiev problems for an entire fight without getting winded, without losing technique, without having to worry about putting his guard down and sacrificing one aspect of his style for another, like we saw in Anthony Yarde. That's what Bivol's going up against. That's what makes this such a hard 50-50 fight. Now, I gave all those accolades to Dmitry Bivol as to why he can beat Beterbiev because of the speed, because of the fluidity, because he has the tools to give him a tough time, and he can use those tools to outbox Artur Beterbiev. He can. We've seen him do it against other fighters. We know the type of caliber of boxer that Dmitry Bivol is. It wasn't just because of the Canelo Alvarez win, even though that's what put him on the map. Up until he won the championship, he was a leagues far and away seen as, at least in my opinion, the best boxer in the division. Pure boxer in the division. From my perspective. You may have seen somebody else, absolutely, and I'm not gonna knock anybody that you see. But for me, Dmitry Bivol was the best boxer. Canelo Alvarez put him on the map to show his skills and to show, hey, this brother is legit. This brother's about that life. This cat has some legitimate talent, and there's a reason why he's champion. So I'm giving all those accolades to Dmitry Bivol and to why he has the ability to outbox, outpoint, and win against Artur Beterbiev. He could knock him out. He could. I don't think it's going to be likely. I think it's going to be by decision if he did beat him. But the reason why it's a 50-50 fight is because of the fact that on Artur Beterbiev's side, the simplistic style of just taking what's given, coupled with the out-and-out power, is enough to end Dmitry Bivol and knock him out. He can. He can knock him out. Canelo Alvarez moving up to fight him at light heavyweight, while Bivol did a phenomenal job defending. Absolutely. It was a shutout just about for the entire fight. Canelo was still hurting Dmitry Bivol, as Bivol said in his post-fight interview in the ring, when he said, "Oh, just look at my arms. Oh, this cat can hit. This cat can throw a punch. He's got some legitimate power." It put me, I'm hurting. I felt it through the guard. And Canelo Alvarez is one of the best boxers in the world today. He is. Undisputed fighter, still in the pound for pound list, probably moved down, but still in the pound for pound conversation, again, because he has an undisputed title. But he's nowhere near as strong and as powerful and as demonstrative in throwing punches as Artur Beterbiev is. Artur Beterbiev can wear Bivol down with body shots and with shots on the guard, so that by round 6, 7 or 8, probably round 7, at the turning point in the fight, at the midway point, it will become the turning point in the fight. Because now we could see Beterbiev take away the feet of Dmitry Bivol and force him to trade. Just like Anthony Yarde was forced to a degree, due to his own mistakes in fighting too jittery at the start of the fight. But for Bivol, he could be forced to fight like that and forced into a firefight because of Artur Beterbiev's relentless attack, forcing him and wearing his body down. Because mentally, I think he's going to be there. I don't think Artur Beterbiev is going to wear Bivol down mentally like Yarde got wore down, from my perspective, in the fight. But I do think that physically that can happen. Yarde was a combination of the two. Bivol, I can see it being only the physical wear and tear, forcing him to have to go into a fight because he cannot keep up movement on the feet due to the power and the sapping of the energy from Dmitry Bivol's body from Artur Beterbiev's body attack and just overall power. That's what I can see happening. And once it gets to that point, now it's swaying into Artur Beterbiev's favor. Because now there's more openings for potentially, I can catch him with a shot. I can stun him. I can daze him. And he can. He's definitely got the power to do it. And he's got the power that he can end this fight in round 1. We know it's true. We know it's a fact that this can actually happen. A clean shot from Artur Beterbiev can end the fight in any round whatsoever, even round 12. And he carries that power the entire fight, just like Bivol carries his stamina. Beterbiev carries his power all fight long. And because of that, this fight can end just like that, in the twinkling of an eye. A short shot can end it. A big shot can end it. Pick your poison. Uppercut, hook, straight right, shoot. It could even be stunning him with a jab that could daze him. That's how much power Artur Beterbiev has. That's the X factor in this. It's the fact that he can end this at any point in time, even if he's outboxed. And he's got enough IQ that even if he's beat, and enough boxing ability, again, takes what's given to be able to create a game plan or adapt a game plan that if I need a knockout, I can get it. Even if Bivol is winning on points and is outboxing me. He's never out of it. Never out of it. At the drop of a hat, a fight can change. That's what makes Beterbiev such an incredible fighter. And one of the things that people don't talk about that's also huge for Beterbiev, excuse me, is the fact that he keeps his cool and never gets frazzled when the fight's not going his way. Knockdown doesn't matter. If he's up on the cards, doesn't matter. If he's dominating a fight, doesn't matter. He goes about doing what he needs to do because he knows that's what he needs to do, and that's all he knows. He doesn't get concerned with being in danger. He doesn't get concerned with feeling in trouble. He doesn't get concerned with being overwhelmed by the fact that, oh, I might be losing. He will not lose his cool. He will not go off the rails. He will stay even keeled until the job is done. That is an innate gift that few fighters are able to consistently retain. Few fighters are consistently able to keep that same mindset, especially when they're losing, or especially if it's a close fight. Few are able to stay just consistently baseline. I have a job to do, and leave it at that. That's what I see when I watch Artur Beterbiev fight. If he gets in trouble, I got a job to do. If he's on top, I got a job to do. Just knocked you down, I got a job to do. Nothing changes with him. That is mental fortitude. To not get worn down or discouraged or put in a situation where you feel overwhelmed, regardless of what situation is, nor getting too excited to go in for a kill when you're on the up and up. You take what's given. That is what Artur Beterbiev does so well, and that's what can beat Dmitry Bivol, and that's what makes this fight so spectacular. We've seen it's a fight between two phenomenal boxers. One even killed destroyer, and the other a boxer who was at one point in time considered the best in the world, or one of the best in the world, at least top two, in Canelo Alvarez, and has now had his full array of talents put on display for the world to see, because now they respect it, because he beat somebody that everybody cared about, both casuals and experts alike, especially casuals. So because of that, it is it's again slick. It's slick fluidity and boxing prowess versus simplistic destruction. That's what this fight is. Slick, world-class boxing versus simplistic, consistent destruction. Which of the two is going to win? Technical expertise on a world-class level, or world-class power delivered in simplistic form with a simplistic game plan. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's incredible. And it's a 50-50 fight.